In this video, we will show you how to perform the leakage test on the Atlan family anesthesia devices. In first place, you will have to go to the test button once you are in the standby screen, and then you will have the two options, being the second one, the leakage test. You press the leakage test, and if you are already familiarized with the procedure on how to perform the test, you can just go and verify all the different elements displayed on the checklist. If not, you can also use the walkthrough mode. You only have to press on its button. And then you will have displayed the different components that you have to test in the first place. The first group of components to verify are those related to the general prerequisite. In the first place, you have to make sure that all hoses are connected and the white piece is sealed. The second item to verify is the APL valve. You have to secure its position in the value of 30. The next component to verify is to close the oxygen flow control valve. And then you have to set the oxygen switch to auxiliary oxygen. Once you have finalized verifying on all these components, you just press the check sign. The next group of elements to verify are those related to the vaporizer. First, you have to make sure that it is positioned in 0. Then you have to visually verify that its content is enough, and you will have enough anesthetic agent for the case. The next group of elements to verify are those related to the breathing circuit. First, you will have to make sure that the hoses and filters are correctly connected to the system. Additionally, you have to make sure that if you are using extendable hoses, those are extended to the length that they are going to be used during the surgery. The next step is to verify that there is no condensed water on the breathing hoses. And finally, you will have to verify that the inspiratory and expiratory ports are correctly connected to the breathing hose system. Once you have verified this, you press on the check button. The next group of components to verify are those related to the valves. First, you will have to press and hold the oxygen flush button, and you will see here the reading of the pressure. This should not exceed more than 45. Then you release the oxygen button, and you have to make sure that the pressure does not fall below a value of 15. The next step is to remove the breathing system cover and visually inspect that the inspiratory valve and expiratory valve are present. Once you have verified on this, you press the check mark. The next component to verify is the endotracheal suction unit. To verify on this, you take the hose with your tip and you activate the unit and take it to the maximum level. Then you close it, and you have to verify that flow and vacuum pressure is present on the system. Also, you can verify on the manometer the rise of the pressure. After verifying on the suctioning unit, you press the check button. The last group of components to verify are those related to the accessories. In the first place, you have to check on the soda lime condition. you have to visually inspect the change of color, and also you have to verify that the frequency of exchange has been respected. The next step is to verify the correctly and tightly positioning of the sample line. And finally, you have to verify on the water trap. You have to drain it in the case it has accumulated water. You will see in the lower part the color port. You have to drain it from here using a standard syringe. You put it in place and drain. Once you have drained it, you put the empty water trap back on the port and reattach the sample line. And you can also verify on the display that the exchange frequency has been respected. Once you have verified on these accessories, you press the check sign. And the leakage test will then start. Once the leakage test has finalized, the system will automatically take you to the standby display. Here you can see, shown by the color green, that the system is fully operational, and you will also spot the last date when the test was performed and the total leakage that the system detected.